but hello, music world. It is I, Tayden Perry, practicing announcing and stuff. Well, not necessarily announcing, just speaking in general. I've decided that since I love music so much and I just want to do something because I'm bored by myself and I don't really have much else to do, I decided to rank the worst songs of the 2010s. Now, growing up, I listened to a lot of really bad pop radio. Thankfully, my mom cultured me and I was able to actually listen to some good stuff growing up, but I did have to listen to the crappy rap song or the crappy pop song. Mostly the crappy pop song, let's just be honest, because 2010s were terrible for that. So I decided to rank them all in order, and I decided to do a top 20. To be fair, I have not gone through every single song of this decade. This is just stuff that I listened to that popped up recently, or that like I remember being like, you know what? Yeah, that's terrible. So without further ado, let's get through the list. At number 20, we have "Made It" by Kevin Rudolph. I actually just listened to this one while looking through bad songs, and Kevin Rudolph I don't want to say has always been a one-hit wonder, but the dude is not good at music. He got carried by Lil Wayne, and not even Lil Wayne can say him in the song. He has two other artists on here that I completely forget their names on, and they do absolutely nothing. It's boring, it's dreadful, but since I listened to it more recently, I felt like it deserved a lot more slack because it doesn't have the legacy that these other songs have. I feel like that's a very fair placement, especially for a new song from that era that's extremely awful. At number 19, we have "Who's That Chick" by David Guetta featuring Rihanna. What was he thinking making that beat? It sounded like you opened up GarageBand, flailed your hands against the keyboard, said that you were done, and then you provided one of the weirdest and ugliest hearing beats I've ever heard. Music's suggestive and whole, but no, that's not how you make music. Especially since you're a well-known EDM artist with all these accolades. You have Kid Cudi on tracks, you have Nicki Minaj on tracks, you have Rihanna even so on tracks. And you have a chance to make a good Rihanna song, and you just don't do it. Man, it's hard to really judge them for their talent, but that was not Guetta. That was terrible. At number 18, we have "Juicy" by Doja Cat featuring Tyga. This is a song that, again, more recently came out later in the 2010s. Even when I was just starting to finally get into music, I felt like, you know what? No. Just no. It's hard to really describe it, because as someone that's tried to listen to the song full, it's hard to just describe how awful it is. There are other songs on this list that can describe how awful it is, but this one feels like a whole nother level of awful. But the only reason why it's so high like this is that while I can't describe it, at least with the other songs, I can give a definitive reason as to why it's bad. So I can't really rank this any higher, because at least with the other two songs, they were attempts. That one just seems like, oh, let's appeal to the terrible rap market. Either way, at 17, we have "Lush Life" by Zara Larsson. Again, this song was on a lot of radio stations back in the mid-2010s, and Zara Larsson has some really good songs. I really do like "Here." I think that she does have some other really good hits that I can't really think of off the top of my head, but she can make good music, but why? That with here you can you can say like, oh, it's just a cheesy sad girl album. I mean song. But at least there's some emotion and it has a good beat. This one doesn't. This beat's kind of all over the place. And this won't be the first time I mention an artist that I like one of their songs and just I don't think that the song's any good. But regardless. At number 14, you have Back to You by Selena Gomez. Why was there a soundtrack to 13 Reasons Why? Who thought that was a good idea? Who genuinely thought, you know what we need? We need an album to 13 Reasons Why. Not to mention, I Go Back to You is just Selena Gomez is trying to be Taylor Swift on that song, being very acoustic and such, but like, you're the girl from Wizards of Waverly Place. You're not going to do stuff. You're just not. You had an occasional hit, but go be Miranda Cosgrove or something. That was, I believe, number 16. Yeah, number 16. And then at number 15, we have Boyfriend by Justin Bieber. Now, I'm going to sit here and defend a little bit about him. After the baby phase, he had a time where he was releasing really bad pop music to, you know what? There's a groovy beat. It has a nice vibe. Sounds really cool. There was a time where Justin Bieber was lightly respected. Unfortunately, this wasn't one of those times. It was right in the middle of the phase. And I'm going to be honest, it was either going to be this song or Beauty and a Beat. At least Beauty and the Beat has a good EDM section. That's more than I can say about Boyfriend. If I was your boyfriend, never let you go. Like, it just sounds like regular, satirical, stupid pop music. And again, that's what he's supposed to do, but you should still be judged the same, regardless. Anyhow, at number 14, we have Hey Soul Sister by Train. Dear God, Train, why? I unfortunately like one Train song, but at least with that, you're trying something different. With Hey Soul Sister, you're like, like you just sound like someone stepped on your cat and you're trying to screech very loud. And like, oh, hey soul sister, oh, you're so nice, you're so cool, I wanna meet you, I wanna hang out with you. No. I've always said this about Train. Train is where crappy coffee shop music goes. If you want to know any coffee shop playlist, they will have Train in it. They will at least have 2 or 3 Train songs because, it's very calm, very relaxing. Every time I listen to Train, I want to throw hands in rage because of how bad they are. But more on the song, it's just generic Train stuff. I don't really need to explain why they're bad. They're just terrible Coldplay, which if you already don't like Coldplay, that's bad. So, regardless, hey Soul Sister, I don't want to meet you. At number 13, we have International Love with Pitbull featuring Chris Brown. This is just another case of like, I really like this artist's music, but holy God, what were they smoking when they made this? Like, there's not much to really say on it. Its chorus is terrible. Its a hook is terrible. It's just. I used to think I really liked Chris Brown, like music, but then when I listen to him now, I realize, oh no, I hate him. Regardless, talking about Chris Brown just makes me want to take a nap. Anywho, at number 12, we have Let Me Go by Hallie Steinfeld, featuring Florida Georgia Line, Watt, and I'm sure there's another person. Like, I feel like she's everywhere and nowhere at once, because I feel like at one point she was inescapable, but now, thankfully, she's not making music anymore. Like, you're just trying to replicate a Coldplay beat. You're trying your hardest to replicate one. And you're not good at it. People can't make acoustics sound great in most songs. It's okay to admit that you don't need an acoustic song on your terrible pop album. No one's going to listen to it and be like, you know what? I get that. I get that. No. At number 11, crap, I had that on there twice. Well, this took a weird turn. I had Soul Sister on here twice. So, I guess we'll just have that one be... I guess, let me find it. You know what? Let's just move on. I'm not gonna waste my time finding it. It's just practice anyway. At number 8 we have Cold. I mean, not at number 8. At number 9, then, since the last one would have been 10. At number 9 we have Cold by Maroon 5 with Future on the feature. I honestly could have put any Coldplay song from that terrible Red Pill Blues album. If Coldplay and Radiohead were made for incels that hate their life, then Maroon 5 was made for people who think hell is a nice place. That's all I gotta say. At number 8, we have Without Me with Halsey. Halsey is a bad musician. I'm tired of everyone saying that she isn't. She sucks. She's not good at music. She's terrible at it, quite frankly. Without Me is, without a doubt, one of the worst pop songs I have ever heard in my life. One of the worst. Of course, the rest ones on the list will be worser, but like, the thing is, I don't remember anything about the song. Like, it was so bad, my brain tuned out for most of it. Oh, it's like, so you can take advantage of me. Tell me how's it feel being up there since... Like, bro, you're a musician. You make money. I don't think we need to hear you rapping about how, oh, your boyfriend's better off, and my boyfriend's moved on too quickly. Dude, you're a musician. You have plenty of money. Yeah, I'm really feeling sad for you right there. Everyone, cry for Halsey or whatever. This is going to seem very mean-spirited. At number 7, we have Charlie Puth's How Long. I will say this again. I could have picked literally any Charlie Puth song from this decade, this recent decade. Listening to him is like listening to a combination of every bad indie artist. He was Shawn Mendes before Shawn Mendes, basically. Charlie Puth has never been good at music, and I will say that till I die. This list is just horrible, but these songs are horrible as well. At number 12, we have Took a Bill in Ibiza. I distinctly remember this song when I was 10 years old and I was grounded. This and another song on that list played every morning when I wake up, and every morning I wanted to grab my radio and then chuck it. It was that bad. Now, like, I need to go on a little rant here. Like, you took drugs because, oh, you thought it was going to be cool. Kids don't do drugs. Oh, you don't want to be a musician, guys. It's all about drugs and sex and partying, and I hate it. Dude, like, you just contradict yourself. That's literally the main reason why people like being a musician. I could go more in on it, but there's a song that I'll go more in, and that's next. At number 5, 7 years old, Lucas Graham. By God, who signed off on that and put that on the radio to make it where he is right now? That and that stupid Mama Said song was one of the most dumbest things I've ever heard in my life. Once I was 7 years old, the people bullied me. And I just still hold a grudge against them. Shut up, dude. You're 7. You were 7 at the time. That's literally in the song. My dad told me I should get a wife. I'm gonna be lonely otherwise. Dude, you're whining. You're whining about your parents giving you advice. I've never seen that happen before, besides with myself. So I might be a hypocrite here, but 7 years old, that took 7 years off my life. Unfortunately, we got some more to go to. At number 4, we have Strip That Down with Liam Payne and Quavo. One Direction really was a mistake on this world. You make a terrible trap beat album. Strip that down. Hit the ground. Shake your butt. Everyone from One Direction has equal hatred in my heart, and their hatred, ironically, goes one direction for me as well. But stuff like that it's hard. It's hard to really understand. At number 3, Shape of You, Ed Sheeran. This song just mostly makes me depressed, because that's a song literally anyone could have done. And it was made by the ginger guy from Ireland. I think he's from Ireland. I don't quite remember. Regardless, it was made by the ginger soulless dude from Ireland. Club isn't the best place. So I go to the bars where I go. Oh yeah, dude. It is one of the most annoying songs out there. Oh yeah. There I go yawning again because this song is so awful. I don't know, man. I don't know. At number 2, this one I purposely only wrote down the artist's name because This is the only time I put down the artist name. And it's literally any Meghan Trainor song. Any Meghan Trainor song. All About That Bass, No, Future Husband, like anyone. Any one of those songs. Any one of those songs could have made my list. Meghan Trainor is a stain on the music industry. That she is what makes people like genuinely good artists like Kali Uchis, Megan Thee Stallion, Katy Perry, Lady Gaga, Taylor Swift. She brings down all the female singers so badly. I could make a better and catchy pop song than her if I actually decide to put in effort. She literally went into the studio, said, okay, I just want to make a song where half of it's just all about that bass, all about that bass, all about that bass, all about that bass. You know what's based? You know what's based? Not liking the song. All About That Bass is a song meant for band kids that are like, oh, guys, it's so funny, it's so quirky, no treble, get it, get it. She's saying, don't get in trouble with all that bass in the back, but don't get in trouble with it. Get it, guys? And I want to go on more about it, but there's just one song worse. And I will say this, Tyler was right. Airplanes by B.O.B. has got to be one of the worst songs ever. Can we pretend that airplanes in the night sky are like shooting stars? Like, oh, you could, oh, you know, you want to know what my wish is? You want to know what my wish is? B.O.B. shouldn't have written a song about airplanes. Because there are so many jokes I can make about airplanes right now. And about how much this song just crashed into the ground. Leaving only a burning pile of rubble and leaving my emotions to pick up after it, causing them to die too. This is one of the only songs that I've ever listened to that I've been like, this artist shouldn't make any more music. This B.O.B., I know that you're a musician for a long time. I know you've done this. When you have your terrible music playing at the local YMCA, to this day, you know you messed up. If your song came out in 2010 and they're still playing it at the local Y so that the little kiddies can enjoy and vibe with it, you messed up. You messed up. What else about that? There's so much I hate about that song. Oh, God. I could use a plane or a genie or a wish to go back to a place much simpler than this. I normally don't care about lyrics. Trust me, I like Kanye, I like Eminem, I like Remind Me, I like Father Stretch My Hands Part 1. What are you saying, my guy? What are you saying? I could use a plane, a genie, or a wish. Two of those are basically the same thing, and then one of them is just name-dropping your song in the title. And then you try to get us all emotional, like, oh, I remember when I used to work at Subway. You rhymed literally one of the second worst food chain places out there. Okay, maybe not second worst. Jimmy John's is terrible, but you name drop Subway. You name drop Subway to make your stuff rhyme. $5 footlong. With this $5 footlong, I can stop listening to this song because it bombs. Like another certain couple of planes I know. Regardless, this is possibly one of the worst songs of all time. 0 out of 10. Never listened to it. Anywho, I don't know if this is going to ever be uploaded. But in case it is, if you liked a fat teenager rambling on about stupid music from the 2010s that makes no sense, like the video, I guess. People are just going to look at this and be like, this man's crazy. Regardless, if you've watched till the end, thank you for watching, and maybe I can go back to the days when I didn't have to listen to that terrible Airplane song.